a cold front, and some parts have had their share of rainfall even. Well, for more on the cold snap in the country, let's chat to our resident weather expert, that's Mduduzi Mthembu. Good afternoon, Mdu. Always great to have you on the desk. Tell us, dam levels, we just heard there from the clip before, rising in Cape Town. Some relief, are we out of the woods there in that part of the country yet?
We cannot confidently say that we are out of the woods. It's too early to say that, but there is definitely an improvement from the conditions that we saw last year. The rain that has been happening over Cape Town has definitely increased the level of the dams, but we cannot say we are out of the woods.
So residents, Cape Townians, should continue to be water-wise, even though day zero has been pushed back.
Definitely.
All right, Mdu, let's talk about that cold snap happening here in most parts of the country. The cold really biting this week. Is the worst over? What can we expect?
The cold weather that we saw over the country was as a result of a very large cold front. But fortunately, the cold front, as you can see on my image here, has exited the country. And behind it is a reaching high pressure system that is still bringing cool conditions over the east. And it is typical for this time of the year to have such cold conditions, with snowfalls also possible in the high-lying areas. But as you mentioned, the cold front has moved off the country. Now it's just a typical winter conditions, cool conditions over the interior under clear skies.
Typical winter conditions for now, so no chance of an early spring then?
Not yet. In fact, there is another system that is approaching from the western parts of the country. It's called the cut-off low pressure system, but it's not as intense as the cold front. It will just bring some scattered showers over the western parts of the country and spreading towards the south. Otherwise, clear conditions are expected for the remainder of the week, with those very cold conditions overnight, typical for this time of the year. So people should be on the lookout for very cold conditions overnight and cool conditions during the day, even though it will be clear for most parts of the country.
So still a month or more before we can expect some warmer days on the horizon. Mdu will tell you more in a bit.
Thank you very much, and a very warm welcome to the weather desk. It is clear in most areas in the central part of South Africa, and temperatures are starting to recover, but still remaining very cold as a result of the winter season that we are experiencing in South Africa. And today we still do expect a slight chance of rainfall along the east coast as a result of a reaching high pressure system behind this cold front that is now over the Indian Ocean, and a slight chance of rainfall is also possible over the eastern provinces of South Africa. There is also another system in the western parts of Namibia today, a cut-off low pressure system bringing some scattered showers over the central parts of Namibia, and only isolated showers are expected over the interior of the Western Cape province. And tomorrow we do expect a chance of thunder showers once again over the Northern Cape and spreading towards the interior of the Western Cape province as a result of this high pressure system. Over the east, we do expect a chance of rainfall over the north coast of KwaZulu-Natal. Some morning fog patches as well over the eastern escarpments. Otherwise, clear conditions are expected in most areas of the country. Even though it will be clear, but temperatures will remain very cool for most areas, including a maximum of only 16 degrees over Komani and a high of 17 degrees over Bloemfontein. The Gauteng province will be partly cloudy and very cool for tomorrow for Pretoria, with a maximum of 16 degrees, 16 as well for Polokwane and Bombela, and towards Cape Town, expecting a maximum of only 19 degrees. Very cold conditions for Sutherland with a maximum of 9 degrees. And towards our neighbors, we also do expect mild conditions for Zimbabwe and Botswana, with warm conditions only expected in the interior of Namibia. And a closer look at Namibia tomorrow, we do expect warm conditions as well over Otjiwarongo, starting at 9 in the morning and reaching a maximum of 26 degrees by tomorrow afternoon. Very mild conditions for most areas of Botswana tomorrow. Francistown will peak at 17 degrees and the capital will only see a maximum of 19 degrees. In Zimbabwe, lovely days forecast over Victoria Falls in the morning at 8 degrees and peaking at a maximum of 21 degrees. Otherwise, very mild temperatures for the capital Harare, starting at 5 and peaking at a maximum of 15 degrees. Over Maputo tomorrow, we're expecting a cool day with a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 22 degrees. Otherwise, still warm conditions over Nampula at a maximum of 25 degrees. And over the Kingdom of Eswatini, temperatures will be cold in Babane, starting at 4 in the morning and reaching a maximum of 13 degrees by the afternoon. And very cold conditions in the morning over most areas of Lesotho, with an average of -3, and temperatures for Morija will peak at a maximum of only 12 degrees. In the central Congo, temperatures still remain very warm for most areas. Kinshasa will peak at a maximum of 30 degrees. A slight chance of rainfall over Mombasa in the afternoon with a maximum of 27 degrees. And further northwards, very hot conditions in the Sahara Desert, and temperatures for Khartoum will peak at 40 degrees and a maximum of 38 degrees expected over Cairo in Egypt. A slight chance of rainfall along the south coast of West Africa with some partly cloudy conditions expected in the interior, but temperatures are still very warm for most areas, including a maximum of 29 degrees over Bamako and a high of 34 degrees over Niamey. Otherwise, cool conditions for Rabat at a maximum of 25 degrees. And that is all from the weather desk.